Yeah! Whoa! Let's go! Haha! What is up, my horror-loving dudes? I'm your host, Carly, as always, and today we're talking a little Scream 6. Now, before I even say anything else, if any of you dang kids out there spoil Scream 6 in the chat, not only will I block you, but I will take the nastiest poop down your chimney. That's what you're getting for Christmas this year. Big old poop right at the bottom of your fireplace. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I don't want to do it. I've done it before, but I'll do it again. So help me. So help me. None of that. None of that here. None of that here. No spoilers. I'll do it for real. But anyways, how's everyone doing? We got that out of the way. You know, we had to get that out of the way. That's how we had to do it. But anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to talk Scream with no spoilers, I promise. So welcome. Welcome to the chat, everybody. How's it going? Tom's already talking about it. Don't ruin the movie. Love it, Tom. Thanks for being here. What's up, Carl? How's it going? Carl Kelly's here. The Toby Show. Guess who? What's up, Toby? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. I swear I'm Creative Productions is saying I feel sorry for people who've been spoiled. When Infinity War came out, my cousin was spoiled thanks to a YouTube comment on a video that had nothing to do with Marvel. Oh, that sucks. Well, I'm sorry. I hope nobody gets spoiled out there. I know it's tough. It's tough. A lot of people are jerks like that, unfortunately, but none of that here. James Leclerc is saying love the Scream franchise. Me too, my friend. Anakin's out here doing some quotes. Love it, Anakin. Thanks for being here. Haunted Hippie had a great Scream video earlier. Nice. Welcome, John Smith. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, don't spoil Scream 6. We will get mad if you ruin the movie before we see it. Just don't do it. What's that? Movie fan 123. There you go. Thanks for being here. Don't spoil the movie again. Don't do it again. Austin Daniels is saying I said in the collective Tara will be the fake out, but I will not have an actual prediction until I see the movie. My opinion on her fate changes every day. I'm still sold on her dying. I know everyone's like, oh, she's the reason this franchise is making money. No, she's not. Sure, she's one of the reasons. Yeah, not the only reason. Oh my God, this is a beloved franchise from way before Jenna Ortega was popular. So that's a crazy argument in my opinion. Sarah Campbell is here. Thanks for being a Killjoy cult member. Saying I had the movie spoiled today. What? Sarah, I'm gonna find that person and I'm just gonna smack them around a little bit like that. I'm not gonna do that. That's a joke, as well as the poop stuff. It's a joke, I promise. Saying please no spoilers in the chat. There will be no warning. You will just be removed. Yep. Sarah knows it. Sarah already knows it. No warning. You're out. We don't want you here if you're gonna do that shit. Sorry, but hate it. I hate people who spoiled had it happen to me a couple days ago. I'm so sorry, Quinn Bailey. I'm so sorry. I hope you're not the killer in the movie though. Well, I kind of hope you are the killer because you're an interesting character. I don't know too much about you. So if you end up being the killer, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, I think. What else? What's up? Hey, Killjoy Family Lamb. What's up? What's up, Mason? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I dig the glasses. I dig the glasses. GHOSTFACE's favorite is saying I tried so hard to avoid the leak, but it showed up in my FYP. TikTok. Don't go there. Don't go there if you want to avoid spoilers, let me tell you. I'm in this bish, says Yurdy G. What's up? What's up? Spoiler alert on the -7. Oh my God, Yurdy G. Dog. If you're the killer, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool, actually. You'd kill it, man. You do a really good job at it, I think. That'd be sick. Del Sanford is here, who's a Killjoy cult member. Thank you so much, Del. Appreciate that. How eight's everyone doing? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic. I'm having a great day. Things are good. Life is good, Del. Life is real good. The Toby Show coming in with $2. Guess who? It's you, Toby. It's you. It's you, my dude. Thanks for being here, though. And thanks for the $2. I appreciate that support. Thank you so much, Mr. Toby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Toby Show, again, throwing $5 out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Saying, Jake, so I decided to make you a huge part of Scream Forever. Can we do a live stream when it premieres? Well, thank you, first of all. I feel so honored. Oh my God, wow, thank you so much. If you got something set up, man, I'm always down to collaborate. You know it. I'm always down, always there for it, Toby. So hit me up. Hit me up on like Instagram or send me an email or something. I'm always down to collaborate with anybody. So just hit me up. Hit me up. I'll be on whoever's page. I like it. It's fun. It's fun talking with other people and not just talking into the void like I do now. I do love talking with all of you though. Don't get me wrong. But I do like just having a back and forth sometimes. It's nice. It's nice. We're gonna do a big stream here on Friday Again, kind of ranking all of the Ghostface killers. You all get to participate in that as well. It's going to be a really fun time doing a big group stream, so I'm excited for that. Don't miss it this Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, Toby, thank you, though, for the $5. I appreciate that, man. Hit me up. Hit me up about the stream. Let's make it happen. Zom Leader Studios. What's up, Sean? How's it going, man? Just so you know, I'm drinking my Mountain Dew. I know you'd appreciate that. Saying, adding poop down the chimney to the Killjoy Jake out of context compilation. Yes! Let's go, man. Let's fucking go. That's awesome. Sean makes killer compilations of some of my weird shit in my videos, and I really appreciate it. The first one had me dying, had me absolutely rolling. Kind of reminded me of the weird shit I say in videos and weird things I do in Sean's movies, perhaps too. Getting my face ripped off, for instance, one of my favorite things I've ever filmed in my whole life. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Welcome to the streams, Sean. Thanks for being here, dude. Almost 2 weeks. Let's go. Yes, 2 weeks. I'm excited, Hannah. What else do we got here? Carrie's here. Jake, I'm gonna smack that person for Sarah too. Let's go, Carrie. Nice. Funny stuff. Carrie Crave Cinema just hit 500 subscribers. Congratulations, Carrie. Carrie deserves it too. She is an incredible mod and just a great person in the community as well. We're very happy for her around here. So congratulations, Carrie. Good job. Congrats. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Love it. Thanks for being here too. I'm sorry. That really just took me by surprise. I just was not expecting that. That's I want to say that's gross, but here's the thing. I totally started that. So like, who am I to say? Who am I to say that's gross, bro? Like, I started it. You know, I brought this upon myself. Austin Daniels is saying, unless some new information emerges, my final killer predictions are Danny, Ethan, and Quinn. Okay. I'm kind of there too. Like, Danny and Ethan are my two. Like, as of right now. Once again, I've seen no spoilers. I haven't seen nothing, haven't gotten it spoiled yet. I say yet because every day is another opportunity, unfortunately, until we see the thing. But Danny and Ethan for sure. I'm like probably with the 3 killers, you know, probably, but not 100% on that. I think I'm like, every day I go back and forth on the 3 or 2. Because they're definitely teasing to us a lot of ghost faces in like the posters, the trailers, whatever. Not 100% on where they're going with that. It could be something setting up the next movie is why I say no to that entirely. But I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see. John Smith's throwing $2 out there. Thank you, John. Feel like it's gonna be the same shit. Like, I feel like it's gonna be the same situation at my theater. They're already gonna be gone by the time I get there. Opening night. Like, what? On opening night, they're not gonna have any buckets. No Ghostface buckets. Come on, man. So, John, I hope they get more, and I hope you get one. And I hate to sound selfish here, but I hope I get one too, because they look really cool. I still have the Spider-Man one from when the first like MCU Spider-Man came out, Homecoming. And I remember getting it opening night. I still have it. Like, it's just on my table, like to this day. It is so cool, and it's really high quality too. So I really hope I get one of those as well, John. And same to you. All the good stuff. Love it. Thank you so much, John, for the $2. Blake's here. Hey, yo. What's up, my dude? Welcome. This is the voice of Ghostface in Red Right Hand. Blake's here. What's up? How's it going, Blake? Welcome. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry Matt had you record all those weird lines that we're all still laughing about. Very funny stuff, but I don't know. I had no part in that. I had no idea he was going to do that, and I just think it's really funny. But welcome, man. The Toby Show is throwing $5 out there, saying, what was the most predictable Ghostface and then most shocking? Please say Mickey. I really like Mickey, but I don't know if he was the most shocking. If anything, I kind of suspected him, definitely, in Scream 2. I do really like him, though. Not to say I don't like him, but I don't know if he was the most shocking. As far as sequel, like, I think Stu's pretty shocking in the original, and then as far as sequels go, I think Jill is maybe my number one. Just did not expect her at all. Who's the most predictable, though? That's actually kind of tough. I wouldn't say Mickey for most predictable. Maybe Billy, but that's also kind of like the point, you know? Because like they were like, I think the whole idea of making Billy so obvious is either to do one of two things. Either like, oh, yeah, it's they're making it too obvious that it's him. It can't be him. Like, it's to throw you down that loop. Or the other side of that could be to think like, oh, it's him. He is the singular killer in this movie. But then it ends up being two people. You know, that could be it too. Keep your focus on one person so that you're surprised by the second person. And I think both, to a degree, kind of work in that original movie for sure. But I will say Billy is probably really predictable for that reason. But then again, I don't know. I don't know. That's actually, that's a tough question, I would say. I don't think it's just a clean cut 100% yes, Mickey, because I think that I think Charlie is a little predictable too. Charlie's a little predictable. You're kind of suspecting him from the get-go. He's really abrasive towards like Sydney and Gail throughout the movie. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'll say. That's what I'm gonna say. But I like Mickey. I really do like Mickey. Toby Show. Thanks for the $5 though. I appreciate that. I watched Scream 2 again recently. And, you know, every time I watch that movie, I love something more, and then there's something about it where I like a lot less. And the big thing I love about it is, the big thing I do love about the film now is Cotton Weary. Like, I definitely like what they do with his character a lot more. I used to say, like, I just don't like how much they focus on him. I appreciate it a little more now, for sure. He's kind of like more of a secondary antagonist. I also think it's cool that, like, watching Scream 2 again, something I noticed that my brother actually pointed out to me. He's like, dude, like, this is the closest thing we've ever gotten to a dark ending in a Scream film. And I'm like, oh, made me think about it again. You know, it's not exactly happy-go-lucky. You know, Sydney finally got it out. You know, thank God, you know, she got out of this. It's a pretty dark ending for her, man. I mean, like, she is basically at gunpoint with Cotton Weary, who might have shot her, in all honesty, you know? Kind of fucked up. And he saves her only because she's like, okay, you know, you're the hero, whatever. Yeah, man. I mean, that's it's debatable how you want to say like what was going through Cotton's brain at the time, but to me, it's one of the most fascinating endings, and I don't know. I think I kind of like it a lot more for sure, but I still don't like Mrs. Loomis. It's still too much. It's still just ridiculous. And I wish they would have put more focus on Mickey, because Mickey's such a good character. Like, he's so interesting. I don't know, but those are just my thoughts. A lot of people love Laurie Metcalf, so. Hollywood Guys throwing $5 in there, saying, Jake, now that there is a spoiler for who the killers are and motives, do you think they will change that or keep it as it is? I think they should change it. Well, Hollywood Guy, myself included in this argument, I don't know. You know, I don't know who it is. I have no idea. You know, people who are seeking it out know about it, but I guarantee you the majority of people who are excited to see this movie in a couple of weeks don't know that that's even a thing. There's a lot of people who are like, you know, spend a lot of time online and are seeing this shit on accident. But like, I'll tell you right now, I'm taking every single precaution I possibly can to not have it spoiled. So, you know, I don't know what it is. I also feel like just changing something like that last minute, and this franchise has a good history of doing that, unfortunately, it can ruin movies. I mean, like, almost all of the original ideas for Scream 2, like we were just talking about, I think are more interesting than what we actually got in the film. I think they saved it a lot better than how they did with Scream 3 for sure, but there's a lot of lost ideas that would have been sick for Scream 2 if they would have kept it. So I don't know. I don't think they should change it. I don't think, even if the majority of people knew, even if like, you know, half the people going to the movie already knew because they got spoiled for them, I still say don't change it, because I think you're gonna ultimately ruin your movie. There's more to it than just who the killer or killers are. You know, there's more to it than that. I don't know what the motive is. That's like what I'm hearing, at least. This is actually the first time I'm hearing that the motive got spoiled. But what I'm hearing is that the people or person, once again, I don't know, got spoiled. This is the first time I'm hearing that the motive got spoiled. So I'm not 100% sure on that. But I have heard that the killers themselves are spoiled. Killers, whoever. So I don't. Once again, I feel like don't change that. You know, because like, what are they going to do in 3 weeks? They're not going to be able to reshoot. Like, let's say they didn't film a bunch of different endings. They wouldn't be able to just go back and reshoot something. Like, that's just not how a big production like that works. But if they did end up filming multiple different endings with, like, maybe similar motives or something to make it the whole story work, I could see that being the case for this. That would actually be a lot of fun. But I say no, because I don't want them to ruin what like they already have, and like something that's already been thought out and figured out, and then just twist that last minute just because of a leak. I don't know. There's more to a Scream film than just the killer reveals. I think there's much more that I'm excited for to see what they do, fleshing out characters, I don't know. There's a lot more that I don't want them to sacrifice just to have a big surprise, I guess is my point. But I see what you're saying, though. I do see what you're saying, but I don't think they need to change it because, like I said, majority of people I would say don't know. I don't know. So I think there's a lot of people in that boat still, too. So Hollywood Guy, thank you for the $5. And to everyone else out there, just avoid it. Avoid it if you can. I got this stream hopefully on lockdown so that not too many people can put shit in there. But I don't know. That's all I'll say. I just want a good movie. I want a good movie from this. I don't want this to be something that's trash. I don't want this to end up being something where I'm like, man, I don't know. Like I've seen this before, or this was clearly rushed, or this was clearly changed last minute. I don't want to see that. I don't want to be thinking that. I would rather be thinking I already know who it's gonna be. What's the build up to that? If that makes sense. Weird argument, I know, but I feel like I got a point there. Toby Show again with another $5. Thank you. Saying, Jake, I'd like to, like I said, you're a huge part of Scream Forever. Hell yeah. Killer Survivor Twitch live stream kill. Mwahaha. Wait and see. Well, I can't wait, Toby. I sure am excited. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $5. Thank you. My brother is here, Dr. Carrot, saying Billy's mom was a rough character with a great motive, and Kangaroo Jack was the opposite. TBH. Ooh, okay. So you don't. Kangaroo Jack was that's the boyfriend. That's Derek. But also talking about that, he says, I like how unique Mickey's motive was for the franchise at the time, but it didn't feel very Scream to me, honestly. Okay. I think they could have done more with it. I feel like they could have fleshed out his character more. Every time I watch it, that's all I can think about. I'm like, I want more from this. I want more of this. I want to expand upon this because I'm like, this is the start. This is the seed, the sapling of a really good idea, and I don't have any more than that from Mickey. It's so close. Like it's almost there. Like once again, another movie that just had multiple rewrites and all that. Guys, Luke Wilson is the killer in Stab 2. Oh my God, that's so fun. That's like the funniest part of that movie, man. All the stab stuff. That's hilarious. I fucking love it. Oh, it cracks me up every time just seeing like Luke Wilson. I don't know. And his hair is clearly dyed. I don't know. Everything about it just cracks me up. Everything about the stab sequences are so funny in that movie. Love it. Toby Show again with another $2. Thank you again, Toby. Saying I'm playing as Mickey in my friend's origin film. Ooh, okay, origin film on Mickey. Expand the character. Yes. Timothy Oliphant. Absolutely. Expand upon it if you can. Like, it's a great idea and it needs more. It needs more, Toby. So expand upon it if you can. I love it. Toby, thanks again for the $2. I appreciate that. Yes, yeah. My brother just watched Scream 2 for the first time. He'd never seen it before, which I think is funny. I was watching it with my buddy John as well, and we were watching it for the first time, and we were talking about Derek, who's played by the same guy that plays Kangaroo Jack, and we were like the whole time they're just like, okay, I think Kangaroo Jack's the killer, and I'm like, oh my God, that's funny. But we just kept calling him that. It was just a big old joke. Loved it. Very funny stuff. Pterodactyl, I love the name. It reminds me of like a big kaiju monster or something. Pterodactyl. Look out! It's pterodactyl! It's a bird! It's a plane! No, it's pterodactyl. I don't know why I'm thinking that there. But anyways, saying, hello, Jake, big fan. Been watching your stuff for almost a year now. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Saying, if you could pair up two ghost faces from separate movies like Charlie and Billy, for instance, who would that be? Good question. Who would two killers? Okay, something I've seen a lot of people say this, and I concur with it. So what I will say is 100% yes to two female ghost faces in a movie, which would be great. Haven't seen that before. I would love to do like if I could take two of the female killers, put them together, Jill and Amber. Like I think that they would be a really cool duo, really dynamic, and not the same character. I hear a lot of people say like Amber's just a Jill clone, and I'm like, no. Amber is a lot more outwardly crazy than Jill's more. Jill has more of a Billy approach to her type of crazy and insanity, but played very differently, I think. I think those two would be a really good, like, a really good matchup. Because then you got the Billy and Stu kind of dynamic there. One's a little more outwardly crazy and, like, in your face, while also having, like, a more Billy's type leader character with Jill. I would put those two together in a movie. Or come up with new, like, if you were like, oh, Jake, you got to write a new Scream movie, I would do two female killers with that kind of relationship, where one's a little more outwardly crazy, the other one's a little more reserved. I guess that seems to be the best relationship between these characters. So, and you know, listen, as much as I'm the guy who's saying do things differently with Scream, I also feel like some things need to stay consistent. Some things, not everything, but some things. So listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I live by that creed. So yes, that's what I would say. Maybe a hot take, but I think those two together would kill it. Absolutely. Toby Show coming in with another $2. Once again, Toby, thank you again. I just really appreciate it. Saying, what's your favorite scary movie? That's so tough, Toby. Like there's so many good scary movies. How can I pick just one? They're all good. They're all good. Like, not all of them, but most of them are really good. Most of them are great. What am I really hot on right now? I watched Coraline last night. Not a scary movie at all, but a really great concept for a film. Love that movie. That one's so good. That's as of recent memory, that's like one of the ones I've enjoyed a lot recently. So I can't pick one favorite scary movie. People have asked me this before, and I'm like, man, they're all good. Like, so many of them are good. Like 90% of this shelf right here, I love. Like 90% of it. There's a 10% of it that's on there is kind of a joke. I'll be honest. Like, I have the Halloween Ends Steelbook. That was a gift. Let's make that very clear. But 90% of this I love. I just got the Paranormal Activity right there. Paranormal Activity box set. I love those movies. There's really only one I don't like. So I don't know. I guess I'm an easy guy to please, so to say. But also, Toby Show is also coming in with another $2 super chat. Thank you again, Toby. Saying Mickey and Amber crazy meets demented. Ooh, this would be a good duo too, though. I agree with this for different reasons, but I think these two would work really well too. And especially with these motives, I think they would work really well because you're kind of not, how do I put this? Like, Mickey's doing it because he wants to get in trouble. You know, he wants to get in trouble and blame the movies and all that. Amber wants more movies. Like, I feel like you can find a workaround to make these two work together a lot. So, ooh, okay, Toby, I see where I'm smelling what you're stepping in, and I'm liking it. That's a really gross thing to say, but Toby, regardless, I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats, man. Nerali throwing $5 in there too. Thank you so much, Nerali. Saying, I think Ethan is one of the ghost faces and his motive has to do with Tara. Ooh, I like it. I like the theories. I like it. Danny is a red herring that will die. Dermot is the mastermind. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Ethan is one of the ghost faces. So Dermot's in charge. Ethan's the other one. I'm not against that. I'm very suspicious of every character you're talking about here. I'm pretty suspicious of. Tara, not so much. But Danny, I could see being a red herring. I mean, he's pretty obvious because of like the name and like his background and all that. But I'm not. That also could be a great reason for him being the killer, though. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost like I'm 90% sure he's the one behind the cracked mask. But you got a point. You know, I've had someone point this out to me. They're like, is he too obvious though? And I'm like, maybe. But also, that's nothing new for this franchise to say something like that. To be like, oh, this character's so obvious, it can't be them. But then it ends up being them. We were talking about Billy Loomis earlier. Like, that very much so could be it. You know, Danny and Ethan, I think, would be a really good combo. Dermot and Ethan would be a good combo. Dermot and Danny. All these people, I would not be upset if any of them became, yeah. I don't know. They all have, well, besides Ethan, I don't know too much about him, but Dermot and Danny, I feel like have really good reasons to go Ghostface. But, and this is not confirmed or anything, but like, also, is Danny like the boyfriend again? Like, I could see him being a red herring. I am, okay, you're talking me into it, Nerali. The more I talk it out, I'm like, okay, I see it. I do like that idea, though. Dermot Mulroney is suspicious in my mind, though, because he is the cop, and there's a lot of things in that fucking room that have me questioning how they got there. So could be him. These are all people I'm suspicious of. Henry Zerny's on that list, though, too. Still, because I'm still not 100% sure. They could be playing with our expectations here. making us think, oh, don't worry about old Henry Czerny. You know, he's just a one-off kill at one point. You know, don't worry about it. Nothing to it. Don't worry about it. But then it comes back. Oh, wait a minute. Fake out death. Bam. Bam. Surprise. Shock. Oh, I just want that. That's really all I want. I want a good story with good killers, good motive. That's all I want. That's all I'm looking for here. Nerali, I like the theories, though. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for the $5. Appreciate that. Really cooking my noodle on that one. I got so much to think about. so much to think about with this movie. I love it. Bailey Logue. I really hope that's not right. That last one definitely wasn't right. But Bailey, thank you for the $10. I really appreciate that. Saying, how would you feel if the killer is someone's relative, but they twist it around, where the motive is not a copy of Mrs. Loomis, where it goes deeper than just wanting revenge? I'm like, I guess you hit it right on the mark. That's my problem with Mrs. Loomis. It's just too... It's too easy. You know what I mean? It's too easy to just be like, it's the mother of the last killer, and they just want revenge. Like, I don't know. That to me is just kind of boring. But if you write something where it's a relative and they have a different reason to be killing these survivors, I'm fine with that. It's not the relative part about it that bugs me. It's just the motive itself. It's like, okay, you gotta write a sequel to a movie about a dude who tried to kill his girlfriend and died. What's the sequel gonna be about? I feel like the first thought that goes through somebody's mind is it's the mother of the killer, or it's the brother of the killer from that one coming back trying to finish the job. That's the first thing someone thinks about, I say, when they are presented with the idea of a sequel. That's why I don't like it. It's just too... It's too easy. It's way too easy. It's way too predictable. And that movie sets up some really interesting storylines. I guess that's like, I would be fine with it if it was just whatever franchise or whatever. Like, okay, you know, this is just like the Victor Crowley series or whatever. Like, I love those movies, but if they did something predictable in a sequel, yeah, you know, fine, whatever. Scream's better than that, in my opinion. Scream can come up with something better for a motive, in my mind. So yes, I would really like that. I'd be fine with that. If it's like Stu's mom, it's Stu's mother, you know, fine. Okay, but if it's something else besides you're the reason my baby boy got killed, you know, okay, that if it's that, I'm leaving the theater. But if they come up with something better and it's still a relative, okay, fine. I don't care. But if you have to have it be a relative, whatever, but make the motive something a little more interesting. Bailey, great question though. Great question, because I feel like that gets really skewed when I start shitting on Mrs. Loomis. Everyone's just like, oh, you just don't like Billy's mom or something. What? No, I like Billy's mom. I don't like her motive. She's fine. She's whatever. But Bailey, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the $10. Great question too. Seriously, really good question. John Smith with $2 again. Thank you, John. Saying, Jake, are you ready for Megan this Friday on Peacock? Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for Megan. I want to do a video on it this weekend if I have some time. It's tough because Saturdays are just solely committed to a secret project I got in the works. I can't really talk too much about it, but I do want to do a video on this eventually, kind of talking about like comparisons from the original, or not the original, but like the PG-13 cut to the uncut version they're releasing on Friday. So yeah, I want to do something on that, John, because I'm so excited. I'm actually super pumped. This is one of my favorite horror movies of the year so far, without a doubt. So I'm excited to see the more evil version of it, which honestly might make it move up a little more on my... I mean, I don't know. I don't think it surpassed its Infinity pool, but I really liked it. This is a big shock for me. I was not expecting this one to be so good, and I loved it, even just being PG-13. So I do see it elevating in this uncut version for sure. Because there are one of my only big issues with it was they definitely cut away when there was some more gory shit going on, and you can tell in the PG-13 movie. Like, even if I didn't know that going into it, I still would have been able to be like, yeah, there was more there that they censored. So I'm really pumped for it, John. I can't wait. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. Check out the uncut version of Megan, by the way, this Friday, if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. There you go. Uncut, baby. If you felt like that was too PG-13, we got some R-rated madness coming to Peacock this week. Child of the Corn is here. What's up, Anthony? How's it going? Saying, favorite 10-year time span in horror. Ooh. Mine is 96 to 06, a very underrated period. Man, that's up there for me. That's like 1 or 2 in my mind. Wow. Really good answer. Like that's such an underrated time period in horror too. Like, not just because of the Scream stuff, but you also have Saw. Like, you have the prime of the Saw franchise in that little time period too. Also, one of the most diverse periods for horror is 96 to 2006, because you kind of like late 90s, early thousands a little bit. You have like a little more relaxed horror. It's like teen horror, which is good. I like a lot of those movies. Scream, Urban Legend, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Those kind of movies were like the height of popularity. Final Destination, I would even group into that. But then you go into like, and this is just what we call it, unfortunately. I don't like this term at all, but torture porn, with like Hostel and Cabin Fever and Saw being the big one. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a very diverse time for horror. That's a really good time to pick for a good 10-year span. The 80s is a safe answer, which is a great answer, but just safe, you know? I would go late 70s to early 80s for me personally. I think that's some of the most interesting times for horror as well. Once again, very diverse. It's not just slashers. A lot of people think, oh, early 80s, you got your slashers. You know, those are super popular. But there was the late 70s has some weird ass horror movies, man. Like, there's some great little, like, I'm going to say from like, okay, 10 years. I'm going to say to like this is really tough. 1974 to 1984 is maybe my favorite time, because like this, most of the 70s. Okay, no, never mind. Hang on. I want to get The Exorcist in there. 1973 to 1983. Because 84 is when Freddy comes out and horror starts getting a little sillier for sure. But, you know, you still got a lot of serious horror films in that year, but Freddy opens up this wave of like silly slashers, which I enjoy, don't get me wrong, but I think I much prefer the earlier slashers a little more. So you get like early slashers, like basically the golden age of slashers, which is like 78 to 83. And then you also get like the weird experimental shit in the 70s, which I just love, huge fan of. So that's my answer. Really, really good question, Anthony. Oh my God. Holy shit. that baked my noodle a little bit, but 96 to 06 is a really good answer, though, too. It's really hard to argue with that. Thanks for the $2, though, man. I appreciate it. Omar's throwing 2 in there, too. Thank you, Omar. Saying, Omar for president. Yeah, let's... Omar, I don't know you, but I hope you become president just because of that super chat. Saying Scream 6 is almost here. Yes. Oh, my God, I can't wait, man. Oh, we're so close. We're closing in on it. What, in like 19 days? Right? I can't fucking count. No, 8. So there's 8. Less than that. I think like 17 days. Yeah. Fuck it. I don't know. Omar, thanks for the $2 though. I appreciate it. We're almost there. Let's go. Let's stay vigilant, staying away from spoilers. doing the best we can. Toby's throwing another $5 in there too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Toby. Saying, I'm telling you one of my fan film motives. Someone reaches out to their family about their mental health and being swept under the rug. Is there more to that, or am I? Is that all you give me? So like they reach out to their family about their mental health and being swept under the rug. So like, is it like someone from the family? Is that kind of like is that kind of where you're going with it? It's like this person seeks help maybe for something, and then they're like, oh my God, this person in my family's killing people. I don't know. I think I need a little more to go off of there, Toby. But I feel you on that. I like it. I like where you're getting. This is the start to something. We're sowing some seeds. I dig it. Toby, I can't wait to see your fan film, man. I'm excited. Thank you for the $5 again. Thank you. Poison's throwing 5 in there as well. Saying, I really appreciate that again. Saying, you should make a Scream 6 character predictions video. What killer had the best motive? Ooh, good questions overall. I did in my character poster video, I kind of gave predictions on who I think is going to live, die, be the killer. Not a lot of people like that one. Everyone's like, you just want everyone to die in the film. And I'm like, I don't want everyone to die, but I want most of them to. Because they're advertising this as Dark Scream. Let's make it Dark Scream. Let's do it. Let's have most of these people. I don't want a lot of these people living, you know, like if this is the darker version of shit and we have 6 survivors again or more, I'm going to be disappointed. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to have an immediate issue with that if there's a shit ton of survivors after this Ghostface who's supposed to be the most brutal, the most deadly. I'm something different, Gale. You know? No, you're not. No, you're not if you have 7 survivors after the outcome of this. No, you're not. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, no, this guy's got whoever this is, he, she, I don't know, 2, 3 killers, however many. Maybe there's 1 killer too. That could be different. I'm okay with that. I just want this to be really brutal. I want this to be upsetting. I want this to be a dark ending. Do something different. Try it out. And if you hate it, well, 7's probably coming. Probably. Like, I'm 99% sure they're doing a 7. So if you hate this, they're probably going to go and do something else in 7. So there you go. That's what I say. But I might make another video just focusing on that, because I think a lot of people just think that video's about like just the character posters. So maybe I do another video kind of giving my updated thoughts, because I definitely feel differently about some of the characters now. A little more suspicious of Liana Liberato, for sure. The more I think about it. What killer had the best motive, though? My favorite motive so far is probably the original film. Like, I just think it works really well. It doesn't feel convoluted like some of the sequel motives. And that's just because I feel like they've tied a lot of things to the past that don't need to be tied to the past. Like 3 starts to get a little okay with the motive. I like Roman as a killer, though. 4's motive I really like. But then 5, they kind of do something really similar with it. You know, it's like doing the stab movie stuff again, which I'm not against. I don't think it's a bad motive. It feels very 4. It feels very 4-ish. It's very different, but also, like, I could see mistaking them for being each other. You know what I mean? Because they're so stab movie oriented or fame oriented. I get the mistake of both of those. So 4 is probably my favorite sequel motive. 1 is my favorite motive overall, though, because it feels like perfectly concise with that film and everything that they've set up about Sidney Prescott. So that's my answer. Poison, thank you for the $5 here, though. I don't know what Gab means. I don't know what Gab means in your profile picture, but if your name's Gab, Gabriel, Gabby, I don't know. Welcome. Welcome, Poison. Welcome. But why am I speculating? Your name's right there. Poison, welcome. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate that. Toby Show again with another $2 saying, it's okay, Derek. We got her. They fooled me, not gonna lie. Okay. You thought it was Derek? Is that kind of what you're saying? I was pretty suspicious of Derek too. I thought it was like Mickey and Derek were my two. With Scream 2. I definitely thought it was them. I will say my one thing about Mrs. Loomis is she got me the first time I watched it, but it felt like a sucker punch. You know, it felt like I was like, they didn't do too much to set her up as a villain. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. A little undercooked with her setup in my mind. But Derek was a really good red herring. Maybe the best. Maybe the best of the whole franchise, red herring wise. I'm with you there, Toby. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. Mr. Horror himself. Oh, my. I did not dress up enough for this one. But Mr. Horror, thanks for the $5. Saying, I think the therapist plays a role like Vince because we didn't get a lot of info on Vince last year, and now we aren't getting informed on Zerny. Really good point. I was kind of talking about that on the Lethal Collective. Like, wouldn't that be a great way to set up a killer in a film? Is to, Kyle Gallner, big prominent actor in Scream 5, totally a suspect for who your killer is. And I love it. I think they did a really good job at making us suspicious of him in the marketing, not so much in the movie itself, but the marketing, yes. And I was really suspicious when they didn't give him a poster, but he ended up just being a really small part of that movie. So I understand why he didn't get a poster. I could see them doing the same thing with Zerny, but on the other hand, what if he is the killer? And they're totally playing us right now. Like, I think the majority of people who have been following 5 and now following 6 are probably thinking Henry Zerny is just a one-off kill at some point early on in the movie, which is very likely, but at the same time, way to play with your expectations if you do the same thing for Kyle Gallner, prominent actor in 5. Same thing here with Henry Zerny, also a very big name in horror. But then to take it a different direction, not just do the same thing as 6. That would be impressive. I'd be like, wow, that really blew me away. I was not expecting that. So there's a lot of reasons to still be suspicious of Henry. Mr. Zerny, Churney, I don't know. I've heard people say it every other way. So I couldn't tell you what the right way is. But Henry, if you're here, all the love to you. And I'm sorry if I keep getting your last name wrong. Mr. Horror, thank you for the $5 though. I do appreciate that. The Toby Show, once again, throw another $5 in there. Thank you, Toby. Saying to everyone in the chat, let's not praise serial killers anymore. Remember the victims. Hey, man. Yeah, I mean, I feel you, last year with the whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing, it was just kind of weird, I couldn't get through that show. Like, I couldn't get through it personally. I was just like, it's too weird. It feels like American Psycho, but with like a real person that really did all of this shit. And I don't know. I just couldn't I couldn't get into that. It was just too weird for me. So yeah, don't praise serial killers. You know, that's a real thing that happened. It's not like fictional. And if that show was fictional, I would like it, but because it's not a fan. But yeah, and I think that would be a really cool thing to see in Scream here, to kind of, once again, focusing on big horror topics like that. There you go, you know? And if this one is more true crime centric, yeah, I mean, what a great thing to comment on in a new Scream movie. I think it would be really interesting. So, Toby, thank you for the $5 though. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Jake appreciates y'all's support. I really do. And Michael Long with the $5 here. Thank you so much, Michael. Saying, hey, Jake, longtime listener, first time caller. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Killjoy hotline. Saying, thanks for putting yourself at risk of being spoiled to keep us updated. Love your content. Of course, Michael. I'm doing everything in my power not to get spoiled. It's tough. I can't even tell you how many people I blocked in the past week. But thanks for watching, man. I appreciate you watching, because I couldn't do it without you guys. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Man. By the way, just bringing this back up again, I love your hair. I want to do that so bad. Like, I want to have the beard and like dyed hair. I want to do that so bad, Michael, and I respect it, man. I can't grow a beard. Look at this baby face. I get I can do a little something here. That's about it. I can do a soul patch. So if I become a surfer, I'm good. But besides that, that's it. That's all I got. Michael, thank you again for the $5. I appreciate that. I wish I could make that look. I want to make that look happen, but I can't. I got this weird Gale Weathers bang thing going on right now. So that's all I got. Bloody Mary's throwing $2 in there. Thank you, Bloody Mary. Saying, Jake, eater of rats, chimney shitter, you give us goosebumps. I see what you did there. Bloody Mary. I love it. Thank you for the $2 though. I really appreciate that. I will poop down a chimney, man. Don't make me fucking do it. I swear to God. I've had movies spoiled for me before in the past, and it really made me want to poop down a chimney. That was my first thought when Halloween Kills got spoiled for me. So it's not happening again. I'm going to make sure of it. So Bloody Mary, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. Love me a good Goosebumps shirt, by the way. I can almost never pass on these bad boys. It's so cool. I love it. I love Goosebumps. Goosebumps is so good. Ugh. Watched so much of that as a kid. It's probably why I'm so fucked up, but I love it. Toby Show again with another $5. Thank you, Toby. Saying the family doesn't want to believe there's anything wrong with this person. The killer suffers from psychotic schizophrenia, so they push it under the rug. Oh, okay. So yeah, gotcha. Okay. So what drove them there, though? I guess is my question. Like, what is there some other force that's acting on them to start murdering people? I'm curious what else you got, Toby. I love it. Once again, thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. Aaron is asking, do I think the leak of the killers is fake? I see, like, I'm leaning towards yes, it's fake, but also I haven't seen it. So like, I can't really, I feel like I don't have an informed opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not 100%. I really don't. I want to say yes, because I feel like this is very similar to just like past leaks. You know, it came out at a certain time where it would make sense. I don't know. I could see it being fake. I haven't seen it, so I really don't know. I can't tell you. I hope it's fake. I hope it's fake, whatever it is, because people seem to be really upset with it. So I hope it is. I really hope it is. That's all I got. Panda is here saying, what if Randy comes back? That's about it. And he actually didn't, they never showed him being buried. I mean, good point. I would love some more Randy, but I feel like he's very dead though. You know, I mean, like, they wouldn't have had that scene in 3 if he was alive, you know, like they would have just brought him back in 3, I think. But I love Randy. He's like one of my favorite characters. It makes me real sad that, you know, he died in 2. Wish they could have done more with that character, because I really like him. And I also like would have loved if Randy and Sydney got together. You know, I hate to, I don't know. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy that's like, oh man, I want the romances in a certain movie to go a certain way. But I don't know. I would have loved to see Randy finally get the girl. They were kind of setting that up too, and then that goes nowhere in 1 and 2. Kind of weird. I don't know. Wish they would have done something with that. His death does feel a little out of pocket too. Like, you know, they were calling Gale in the scene in 2, but it feels a little like unearned in a little bit. That's another thing I had a thought watching too the other night. I was like, man, it just feels like they just wanted to kill Randy. They just wanted to kill Randy for shock. And I'm like, man, kind of wish they would have kept him alive at least a little longer in the film. He's such a good character. Brandon Johnson is saying, you are incorrect. Quadrilogy is a term used for the Alien series box set. You're right, but it's not a word. Look it up. Y'all thought I was joking about the tetralogy? No, I'm not. I'm so serious about that. Look it up. Blew my mind the other day that that's not a word. Quadrilogy is not a word. Look it up. It's been used on things. The Alien box set. You get the 4-movie box set. Hang on. Y'all are doing this. Y'all are really doing this. We're doing it. All right, Brandon. You think you're funny, huh? You think you're funny, punk? No, I'm so kidding. I'm totally kidding. But Aliens, the Alien quadrilogy. Look it up. Like, if you don't believe me, go on Google right now. Go on Google, look up the word quadrilogy. It's not a word. Tetralogy refers to a series of 4. Look it up, Brandon. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Who was I watching that they brought that up, and I was like, oh, what? That can't be true. Somebody, I was watching some YouTube channel, and they were saying something like, oh yeah, that's not a word, and I'm like, what? Like, I've used that word my whole life. That can't be right. Looked it up. Sure enough, it's not a word. Crazy. Blew my mind. Honestly, blew my mind. Was not expecting that. And I was just as mad, Brandon. I was like, what? Why would they make up the word for a box set? That's so weird. David Gibson throwing... I'm still frustrated about it. That's why I can't get off the topic. David Gibson's throwing $2 out there saying GHOSTFACE pulled all the strings in 4 and 5. Cool way to connect things, for sure. What I'll say, David, is like, I'm fine with them connecting 4, 5, and 6 together, but like, this poster that came out freaked me out, man. I'm like, dude, this shit's getting too convoluted. They had that poster with all the railways and stuff, and it was really cool, really exciting, but like, if they're trying to tell me that every single movie somehow connects back to Sam Carpenter, I'm sorry, but you've lost me. Like, you've simply lost me. You're making too complicated of a story. I don't know, man. Like, if you want to connect 4, 5, and 6, that's one thing, but connecting all these movies together, dog, it's gonna get convoluted, and it's already a little, it's already kind of getting there, I just want them to give me an isolated story. That's what makes that first one so good and stand above the rest, in my opinion. It's an isolated story. It works really well. It doesn't need a continuation, but I do love the Scream sequels. I don't know. I'm okay with this though, David. I like this idea. 4, 5, and 6 being its own thing. Okay, that's cool. But if you start bringing up Billy and Stu again, man, I'm like, dog, we've done it in every movie. Like, let's do something else. Let's tell another contained story. So we're not getting too convoluted or too out there. So I'm fine with that, David. Let's see it happen. And hopefully no Billy Loomis made me do this. Stu Macher's the reason for me being here. I'm done with it, man. I'm like, come on, let's move past that. David, I love it though. Thank you for the $2. Do appreciate that. John's throwing $2 in there too. Again, thank you, John. Saying, did you see the new Scream Best Buy Steelbook? There's a new one? Like, is there hang on, I gotta look this up. Scream Best Buy Steelbook. Because I missed the first one. Fun fact. Oh, okay. I'm looking at this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe this is the same one, but I don't remember this one. Hell yeah, sick. That looks awesome. I missed it. Like, I got the Steelbook for 5 and 2, but I ordered the one for the original movie, and it just never came. I was like, oh, okay, well, screw you too. I was like, damn, that's no fun. But I do want to get that eventually. So, but thank you, John. I appreciate the $2. Thank you. I'll have to get on that. Have to get on that at some point. Johnny's Hideout UK. Thank you, Johnny, for the super chat. Saying your live streams and videos always make me happy. Good, Johnny. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's all I'm trying to do here. I think a lot of people, I don't know if I should say this or not. I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I think content creators sometimes forget that that's the point. I think some people get a little too obsessed with movie opinions, and they're like, man, I can't believe people like this movie. It's crazy. And that makes me a little sad that ends up being a focus of some channels, which not going to elaborate on that anymore, but I seem to be seeing that a lot lately and kind of don't like that. So I hope that we don't. I hope I hope you all know that even with my Halloween Ends jokes and all that they're jokes. Yeah, of course people like that movie. It's a movie. Everyone likes something. Everyone hates something. That's fine. It's a movie opinion at the end of the day. Here, everyone is welcome, no matter what your opinion on movies is. So I hope that we can keep that consistent. The point of this page is fun. It's fun, laughs, and love for movies. That's it. Johnny, thank you for being here, though. I just appreciate you being here. I really do. Toby throwing $2 out there again. Thank you again, Toby. Appreciate that a whole lot. Saying Chad's folding Ghostface like an omelet. Chad's folding Ghostface. Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited to see this in the movie. Chad beating the shit out of a bunch of ghost faces. What has me worried though is him and Mindy seemed like, they're twins. And I know they weren't together a whole lot in the last movie, but it is weird to see him just beating the crap out of people in that one scene and not Mindy. Where's she at? What's she up to? She is still alive. What's going on there? Why are we showcasing so much Chad fight scenes and not too much Mindy stuff? Every time we see Mindy, it's suspicious of her death. So I'm very worried about this character. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think all of the core four are living through this movie. And, I'll even go so far as to say I might even be disappointed if all of the core four live. Because once again, this is Dark Scream, man. We're not making this. We're not making this safe. If 6 people get out of this movie, I know I already said it, but I'm like, what? That's not Dark Scream. You're having more people survive this one. It's not gonna happen. I kind of want to see maybe Ghostface fold Chad like an omelet. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want Chad to die though. Chad should be our fake out death. Chad should be the one that we think is dead and then comes back at the end. Because I really like Mason Gooding. That's the only reason. That's all I got. Like, he's a good character, but at the end of the day, I just really like him as a human being. He's like, out of all the new people that I got introduced to with Scream 5, he's probably my favorite. Like, he's so funny. He's so nice. He gives off like older brother and like a good older brother energy. Is that weird? Is that weird to say? I don't know, but I just really like Mason Gooding. He just seems like a really nice dude. I would hang out with the guy. Like, if he was like, hey, I'm hanging out here, man, I'd be like, I'm fucking there, dude. If he was like, you want to come work out with me or something? I'd be like, yeah. Oh my God, that'd be awesome. I would totally hang out with that guy. He seems awesome. So I don't want him to die for that reason. But at the same time, and I've talked about this before, everybody likes dying in horror. Like, everybody in horror nowadays, you get the call to be in a movie or something, and it's like your character's gonna die halfway through. I would be jumping off the fucking walls. If you're like, dude, Ghostface is gonna peel your nose off with a knife, I'd be like, let's fucking go. That's gonna be awesome. Oh my God. I wanted, like, if I get cast in a horror film and I'm not the killer, I want to die. I'm so adamant on that. I'm like, kill me, please. Like, kill me. That's what I want. That's what I want for my characters in my horrible horror movies. But Toby, that was really long-winded. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $2. Y'all probably, if this is your first stream, y'all probably think I'm actually insane. I'm sorry. Shitting down chimneys, asking to get killed, It's just a typical day. Typical Tuesday around here. It's Monday. I don't give a shit. Gabs is saying, I love the core four, but at least one of them is dying for sure. Pretty much. Come on. One of them has to go. And I'm still leaning towards Tara. But I don't know. At the same time, I do see the other side of why people want to keep her alive. She is one of the reasons why this franchise is big. Sure, you're right. But it's not the only one. It's not. I think some people are like, oh, Scream is a corpse on life support, and the only thing keeping it alive is Jenna Ortega's star power. That's so not true. Like, that's just so not true, man. I mean, like, Halloween. Like, listen, you can say however you feel about the last 2 movies. They made a lot of money. they made a lot of money, and they'll probably make more of those in the future. That is in no way a dead franchise. Even with, fucking 13 movies or whatever, 14 movies? I can't remember. It's been so long since I talked about those. Listen, man, that franchise is long from dead. Same with Scream. Like, there's going to be at least a couple more. At least a couple more of those. Without a doubt. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy to me that I think some people are thinking like this franchise, the last string keeping it alive is Jenna Ortega's stardom. I don't know, man. That's nutty to me, dude. We got Samara Weaving in this movie. We got Melissa Barrera. We got Courtney Cox. Who else is in this? Hayden Panettiere's in this movie. I love Mason Gooding. I love Jasmine Savoy Brown. They've yet to really blow up, but I think it's coming for both of them. They're both very talented. Okay, that's not necessarily true. I mean, like, Jasmine Savoy Brown is in Yellow Jackets, and that's phenomenal. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good stuff coming for all these people. Barry is here saying, do you think Chad sneaking up on Demi, Sam, and Tara? I know what you're talking about. Yeah, in the promo for the soundtrack could be a hint. Good point. I was thinking the same thing, Barry. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, well, how funny would that be? How funny would that be if he's the killer? And they kind of just teased it right there. Making Chad the killer is a bit of a stretch, like a little bit, but no, I don't think that much. I think you could explain it that he was somehow involved with the 5 killings and then once again becomes a killer here. So I don't know, man. I'm not against that, but I'm also not like, yeah, 100% we should do, totally make Chad the killer. It would be tough to write, but it's not impossible. It's not totally impossible. I don't see him being like the lead killer though. I feel like there's a lot of things already set in motion that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So he'd have to be like an accomplice somehow. But that I don't know about. I also feel like there's a lot of things going on with this character. He's a little more complex than the last movie. Not only did he lose his girlfriend in the last film, but he also got viciously attacked. Like, so much so to the point where I don't think he could play sports anymore. That's his whole thing. That's all we really know about the character. So now he can't do that. What's he in college for? You know what I mean? Like, what is he there for? Is his sports scholarship still good, even though he has a lot of injuries that he's sustained? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to it. Than just one, than just, like, oh, he just wanted to go Ghostface. There's a motive there. There's a clear present motive if you want to write it or leave it. I don't know. Maybe that's not the case with Chad. Maybe he's totally fine. He can still play, whatever. He got stabbed many times though, man. That's my thing. He got stabbed a lot. I can't believe he's alive. So, Barry, I dig it though. I do dig it. Where did you get the Ghostface emoji? Oh, it's just a panda. I don't know what you're talking about. But Villain Killin' Dylan, welcome to the stream. Oh, you're talking about that. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it's Panda. Her name's Panda. I like it. Saying I didn't like Halloween Ends. I think they could have done it better. I agree. I don't know. I don't know, man. I want to like it so bad. I want to like it so bad because I love Halloween Kills. People hate that movie too, but I love it. It's a great movie. It is a killer Michael Myers movie. Is it story based at all? Not really, but the flashbacks are great. Everything they set up with Hawkins too, I'm like, that could have went somewhere and it went nowhere in Ends. It was such good setup though. Like, 10 out of 10, I would not have changed a thing about those flashbacks. I loved every second of that, everything they added to the mythos and how 1978 actually ended. Would not change a thing. They set up something so cool and did absolutely nothing with it in Halloween Ends, and that makes me so sad. I can't forgive it for doing that. I'm like, how do you set up something so cool and decide to just do nothing with that in the next movie? I don't understand that. How do you sideline Frank Hawkins? How do you sideline Hawkins? I don't know. Such a good actor, so wasted. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Toby's throwing $5 out there and saying, Jake, you always hear our thoughts. Who do you think are the killers and why? This is a really tough question because I feel like out of all the movies we've ever seen in this franchise, this is going to be the one that surprises us the most with who the killers are, the number of killers, and what their motive is. I'm just really feeling something different from this one. And I wouldn't say that about most studio movies because a lot of them like to preach that they're different and then just show us something that's the same. But this one, I'm feeling like, okay, maybe we're actually doing something different here, and that has me excited. I do think that it's going to be a bigger number of killers. The original plan for 4 was to have it was fucking I can't remember, but there was supposed to be 4 killers. I can't remember specifically all of them, but I know it was Derek, Haley, whatever the fuck her name is. Mickey and Mrs. Loomis, I think, were all supposed to be killers at one point in some weird draft of it. So I'm like, man, that would be cool if we take that idea and kind of fuck with it here. 4 killers, 3 killers. But once again, I just, if they do something like that, and they show us like more killers. I just hope everyone has a role in it ultimately. It's not just hey, here's more killers because the franchise has never done that before. That would be kind of boring. So I hope that they do something along those lines where it's like everyone has a job, everyone had a role being here, and it was all like part of the plan. You go back and watch the movie and you're like, oh, that's why they had 4 people, because this scene would have been impossible otherwise. That would have been kind of cool. Some people could be out of costume, you know, getting the group from one point to the other, for instance. That would be really fun to watch, I think. So I want to see that. I want to, if they do end up doing more than, you know, 2 killers, I hope everyone has a role, a job in the whole operation. Especially with this one being more fast paced, I could see them having more killers, more people on the inside. Something else too to think about is like with this one not taking place over the course of like a week or 2 weeks or whatever, just in like a day mostly. That's going to really play into the mystery of the whole thing. Like not being able to, you're not going to be able to figure out something in just a day. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to have, our characters are at a disadvantage with this one being so fast. So that has me excited to see, you know? So I'm definitely leaning towards more than 2 killers for sure. I mean, like, look at this poster, man. Look at this poster. Look at all those ghost faces. What's going on there? I want to know what's going on there. So many little ghost faces. This even, it kind of implies that there's a shit ton of, well, not really, but kind of. In these little windows, you can't really see them because the picture's too small, but there's little ghost faces hanging out in those windows. What's going on there? What the heck is going on there, my friends? I think that, yeah, I'm going more than 2. I'm going almost 100% sure more than 2. They're translating that a lot in the marketing, so I think that would be cool. Toby, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Who do I think are the killers? I'm still going with, okay, let's say there's 3. Fuck it. Josh Segarra, Jack Champion. I'm between like Henry Czerny and Dermot Mulroney being the ones in charge. I'm not 100% sure. One of those 2. Though is our mastermind, and the other 2 are like kind of the muscle. That's my thoughts. Not 100% on that though. Not 100%. Those 4 though. But I'm also okay. Now I'm also suspicious of Liana Liberato, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. She's not in the trailer that much. Like she's really not in the trailer that much, and I'm like, man, that's what they usually do for our trailers, or for trailers like with the killers. That's the killer treatment in trailers. They don't give them a whole lot of screen time, and then when you watch the movie, you learn more about their character. You're like, ooh, suspicious. I'm pretty. I could see it. I could see it being maybe like Dermot Mulroney and his daughter. That would be really cool. That would be a really good matchup. I think that would be shocking. Like, and if you want to do the whole family thing, there you go. You know what I mean? There's your family aspect. Daddy daughter killing duo. I wouldn't see that coming. Quinn, I know you're there. I hate to accuse you, but that smile's kind of sus. That's all I'm gonna say. Kind of sus. I'm just saying, Quinn. Toby's throwing $5 out there again. Thank you again, Toby. Saying, last question: When did you first watch Scream? What was your reaction? What made you fall in love with it? So my first Scream movie was 4 when that came out, and I kind of got introduced to it. Most of the other like horror I had seen at the time was like more like Evil Dead, or honestly, the big reason I watched Scream 4 was because I had watched Eight-Legged Freaks. That was like my first big horror movie. I watched that with David Arquette, loved David Arquette in it. I was just like, he's so cool. Oh my God, I want to watch more things with him. And my dad had pointed out, oh, there's a new Scream movie coming out. He's in all of those. And I'm like, oh, what? No way. So we saw that movie and I just fell in love. I was like, this is so cool. And I like Jill was such a big surprise. I really was not expecting her when I watched it the first time. Blew my mind. I ended up going back and watching a lot of those other movies, and I don't know, I really enjoy, I really just fell in love with the whole mystery angle to it. I loved that, and finding out what everybody's motive was, finding out who it was. It was always so much fun. They're always a fun time. They're very fun movies, and I fell in love with that angle. And I find myself whenever I'm like I'm writing something right now, and like the thing I'm writing it's much more like science fiction based. But I'm still like, I still find myself putting little mystery, Kevin Williamson mystery elements in it that I'm like, I can't help it. You know, I'm just like, it's embedded in my DNA to write a little bit like that. Cause I love a lot of the beats that this franchise is, the plots of these movies hit. And I don't know, I'll always be a little Scream influenced, even if I do something really fucking bizarre like what we're writing right now. But I can't talk too much more about that. I really can't. But I will say mystery elements are in play, very much so. So you still will be trying to figure things out. Ooh. Kyle Wilder throwing $5 in there. Thank you so much, Kyle. Appreciate that. Saying, I'd like to see a Scream movie similar to Wes Craven's New Nightmare where the cast returns and plays themselves at a reunion and they start dying. Ooh. I mean, right here, Kyle, I totally agree with you. This is the easiest way to get what a lot of fans want to see in this franchise, which is, Stu back. They want to, a lot of people want to see Stu back, but like as himself, I don't think people really want to see old man Stu coming in being all sad and shit. Like people want to see Matthew Lillard being Matthew Lillard. And this is the best opportunity at seeing that in a Scream movie again, which I would love. I would absolutely love New Nightmare Scream. That would be sick. That would be really fucking cool. And what a great way to pay homage to the late, great Wes Craven by kind of implementing one of his own ideas into the overall concept of a new continuation. I'm here for it, man. And just have it be its own little thing that lives in its own universe. That's totally fine. Why not do that? Have it take place in Hollywood, too. Like, that would be really fun. I'm here for it. Dude, I'm so here for that movie. It would be a blast. Have the entire original cast back. They would all come back. Maybe not, what's-her-face, but almost everyone would come back. Rose McGowan would not come back. I'll tell you that right now. With all the nasty shit she said about Kevin Williamson and all that, don't think she'd be coming back. But the rest of the cast totally would. You'd have, and who to be suspicious of too. You could make it somebody else besides like Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard, which would be really fun to see. Like think about this too. Sidney would never be the killer in these movies. Never. Like absolutely no way in hell would that ever be the case in these movies. But Neve Campbell in real life in a fictionalized version of her, like with a fictionalized version of herself in a new setting, you could do that. These could be all new different characters with all new different relationships, which could be a lot of fun to play around with here. I mean, fuck, you could make David Arquette and Courtney Cox the killers if you really wanted to. And that would be awesome. Like, that'd be so funny. They could play totally ridiculous, fictionalized versions of themselves that are like maybe a little more like money grubbing and all that. That would be really funny. That would be hilarious, making fun of themselves a little bit. That's what this franchise has always done best anyway. So, I'm here for that. Yes to that, Kyle. I would love to see that movie. Hopefully they make it one day. I mean, Radio Silence is going to be done with this franchise probably after 7. So, whatever new direction they want to take, I'm open to it. So I just want to see new, crazier ideas with this franchise. It's a franchise where I feel like they haven't explored every single element of all the cool shit going on, where some other franchises have. So I could see this franchise going on for a while, considering how safe they played it in the earlier entries. So yes to that, Kyle. Let's see it happen. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. But what else do we got here? We got a lot of good stuff coming in. Logan C is here saying, hey Jake, just one more month and I can't wait. I know. Oh, let's go. I also just watched Skin and Marink and I'm looking around my room like an idiot after seeing that face at the end. Ugh. Oh, Logan, I'm glad you dug it though. I'm glad you liked that one. Not too many people were fans of that movie, but I enjoyed it. I don't think it's a horror masterpiece or anything, but I had a blast with it. It scared the hell out of me, I'll tell you that much. Really, the scary moments hit, like in my mind. I think the scary moments really hit. You had to wait for them, which I think a lot of people didn't like, but they were there, they were present, and they did a really good job, man. The one shot of the girl freaked me though. That to me fucked me up. Like I was like, I need someone to hold my hand walking home. I need someone to hold my hand while I walk to my car, please. I just walk up to a stranger. They're like, no, get the fuck away from me, you creep. That was me after that movie. I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, oh God. Loved it though. Loved it. Laura is saying, seeing all the Scream movies in the theaters was amazing, especially on opening night. I remember Scream 3 had the biggest standing ovation at my theater in 2000. Wow. Okay. Nice. That that I know that one wasn't received all that well, so that's actually really surprising. Nice. That's awesome though. I really like Scream 3. It's not my favorite, but I think it has a lot of really fun moments to it. It's definitely maybe one of the most fun Scream movies for sure. I think that's why a lot of people are drawn to it, because it's a very fun movie. The horror element is almost completely gone though, which I think could have been a little better, but I still enjoy it. I think it still has some really, really fun moments. And that, there's a few chase scenes I like. I don't know. It's not a terrible movie. I think that has some really good scenes to it. I don't know. It's definitely the Scream movie I go back to the least, but it still has a lot of really fun moments to it. There's a lot of really thought-provoking stuff here and there, amidst a lot of ridiculous antics, but it's still fun. It's still fun. ZZM is saying, really don't get Infinity Pool? Oh, man, it's a shame. I loved Infinity Pool. I was blown away by that movie. And it has a lot to say, and it never really makes that 100% clear, which I like. I don't think it's ever like explicitly saying things like, oh man, the rich are awful for doing all of this stuff overseas or whatever. It's never explicitly saying that because of how focused it is on the overall sci-fi element, but there's definitely some commentary there, definitely a little bit, but it's got a lot going on. It's not just that. It's I don't know, some of the freaky visuals and shit. I loved everything that movie did. I was so into it. Ugh, love me some gross shit. James Leclerc is saying thoughts on Saw X and Shawnee Smith and Costa's Mandalore. Is that how you Mandalore? I don't know. But Mark Hoffman's back in Saw X, and I'm so excited. And of course Amanda too. Don't get me wrong. Shawnee Smith is super talented. So I'm excited to have both of them back. I am so excited. And James, I kind of agree with you. I think it might be one of the better Saw films. Like at least out of the last 3, I think it'll be the best for sure. You got Kevin Grutert back, who in my opinion made the very best Saw movie. Y'all can fight me, but Saw 6 is the best one. I love it so much. The first one's a masterpiece. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing, but those sequels really took that whole concept to a next level in my mind. I think that this could be the best one, especially if they bring back Cary Elwes, which I believe is how you pronounce his last name. I'm really bad at names. I'm really bad at that. So I apologize if I'm just like, if people are just like, bro, what the fuck? I'm so excited for Saw X. And, I think I wouldn't, I've been saying for the longest time, I'm like, man, the Saw franchise is so convoluted, every story, whatever. I watched those in order. I watched 1 through 7 and Jigsaw again, just to kind of like get a feel for what the overarching story is in that. I've never really watched them in succession. Like anytime I put on a Saw movie, it's kind of just like random, or like, I'm just like, oh dude, I want to see some blood and guts, So like, let's put on Saw. I don't know, man, watching those from start to finish, like just, you binge those and you're like, there's a really great story being told here and unfolded. And I don't think it feels convoluted. It's a little ridiculous at times. I will give you that. Like Saw 7, I think definitely gets a little ridiculous, but I still fucking love it. Like I am so in love with that franchise. It's slowly become my 3rd favorite horror franchise ever, I think. The only thing I put above it is Scream and fucking Evil Dead. Those are the only 2 franchises I put above it. I've had a whole new leaf turned on the Saw franchise recently. I'm just so into it now. So I'm so excited to see what they do moving that story forward now. Because Jigsaw doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really do that much with the overall story. Like a little bit, but not that much. So I'm excited to see how Saw X once again kind of continues where Kevin Grutert left off with the franchise. I can't fucking wait. I don't know, man. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited for that movie. That one on, and I was just talking about all these franchises I love. Guess what? New movie in all of those franchises this year, baby. This is going to be like one of my favorite years for horror. I'm so excited. New Saw, new Evil Dead, new Scream. Bam. Could not ask for better studio horror. Let me tell you. Could not ask for it. This is going to be a great year. I can't wait, man. TJA saying Hostel 4, make it happen. Yeah, yes. I still have not seen Hostel 3. Like, I hear it's not as good, but I still want to watch it because I really like 2. So I want a Hostel 4. And now, Eli Roth coming back to horror. Let me tell you, it could happen. He's making Thanksgiving. I think he's working on some other horror projects that I can't, it was like a VR thing or whatever. He like just recently did that. Have him make some more horror films, man. I'm excited for Borderlands or whatever, but and I loved that video game. I'm excited for it, but his non-horror stuff, it's not as good. I don't know. I haven't been into it as much. But more Eli Roth horror, man. Let's get that going. All right, old Jake needs to hydrate. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, but yeah, love me the Saw films, man. And TJ's talking about Friday the 13th too. We got some more of those as well. new Friday the 13th on the way, a new show and a new movie. So that's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see what they do with all that. I'm really excited for the movie. I'm really worried about the TV show because, man, if you don't have Jason in that show, I'm not gonna. I'll watch one episode. That's all I got. Like, if Jason's not in it, I'll give it one episode. But that's about it. You know, if you have a story about like a female like a mom killing a bunch of camp counselors and stuff, and you want to make that into a show, okay, yeah, make that a show. But don't make it a new Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm worried that that's what it's going to be about. And it's just like, Jason's not really a part of this. This is something else. I don't know. I'm just not happy with this. I'm just not happy with the hair right now, but we're making it work. Do you think that Ghostface is counting down to in the movie when Kirby says they are counting? I just don't know what you mean by that. I'm so sorry. Counting down? Kirby says they're I don't know. I'm sorry. I got nothing for that one. Austin is saying, dog, I can't watch the Hostel movies. I can usually handle stuff like that, but I don't know, something about it. Ugh, don't watch that second movie. That's all I'll say. If you can't stand the the body horror shit, man. Ooh, the end of that movie. It has us dudes shaking in our boots. If you catch my drift. Those with the old those of us who have nutsacks out there probably will not like what they do in Hostel Part 2. That's all I'm going to say. Brandon Johnson is saying, wait, why are we calling this Saw X when it's clear last movie was a spinoff and not the ninth? Well, the last movie does take place in the same universe, but it's just not directly involved with the overarching story. I mean, like, kind of, though, because it's a side killer. You know what I mean? It's a side Jigsaw copycat character. But it's not directly like a Jigsaw influence. You know what I mean? He wasn't like mentoring that person. I don't want to spoil that now because like I don't know when it's a good time to start talking spoilers on movies anymore because I waited 6 months for Bodies and people lost their minds when I talked openly about that. So there's a killer in that movie, but it's not someone like Mark Hoffman or Amanda Young. You know what I mean? It's a little different. So. But this is technically Saw 10, you know, because that still does happen in this universe. It's still out there. But yeah, I don't know. I also just love the title, Saw X. It feels very Saw. I don't know. I like it. X. Ugh, someone getting cut in half like that. I want to see that in this movie. Michael S. is saying, Jake, are you pumped for Cocaine Bear? I wasn't at first, but the latest trailer has me low-key hyped. You know, I'm just going to say this right now. Talking about bear movies. If you are going into this movie expecting a Jordan Peele level masterpiece, like how I think some people went into Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, you're gonna be disappointed. I don't know. I'm expecting the same thing I was expecting from Winnie the Pooh, for it to be a so bad it's good movie. I'm not expecting anything more from Cocaine Bear. It's a movie about a bear that does cocaine. Are you expecting this to be a masterpiece? No. Like, I don't know. I'm so frustrated with some of the people with Winnie the Pooh, man. I don't know. I just don't. Who was expecting a masterpiece from that movie? It's crazy to me. I feel the same way about Cocaine Bear. I'm going into it with like, this is just gonna be a fun, dumb movie. You know, I'm not expecting anything more than that. I already see people coming out the woodworks, you know, saying that man, Cocaine Bear was terrible. It was just the story was awful. I can't believe they would even make this. And I'm just like, it's called Cocaine Bear. It's about a bear that does cocaine. This is not going to be a masterpiece. So don't set your expectations high. You know, that's all I'm going to say. Don't, if it's a new Jordan Peele movie, if Jordan Peele directs Cocaine Bear 2 and it sucks, okay, then totally different story. But listen, don't expect much from this. Don't expect much from it. Go into it knowing that this is just gonna be a fun, dumb movie, and you're gonna have a good time with it. I don't know. That's wild to me. It's wild to me that not gonna get into it. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be a fun, dumb movie, and I'm really excited to review it later this week. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be a blast. So I don't know. Crazy shit, man. But you can't judge every movie the same. I think that's the big thing in my mind. Like if you're watching like Nope from last year and you go into like something like Cocaine Bear with the same expectations, you're going to be disappointed. You just are. If you're watching The Shawshank Redemption and you go and watch Cocaine Bear and you're thinking those are going to be the same movies, you're going to be disappointed. Not every movie is trying to do the same thing. Not every movie is trying to tell a perfectly paced storyline where everything works to the perfect degree. You know what I mean? No, that's not every movie's trying to do that, and that's okay. Just my thoughts, but if you're expecting, I don't know, if you're expecting this movie to be a masterpiece, you're going to be disappointed. It's going to be silly. It's going to be great. And this is a great point. Cocaine Bear, Piranha. I love that movie. Both of those dumb Piranha movies from like 2009 and whatever the sequel came out. They're fun movies. They're dumb. You know what I mean? They're really fucking dumb, but they're a great time. I don't know. I really enjoy both of them a lot. So that's just my thought. But yeah, Cocaine Bear, it's going to be dumb. It's going to be dumb fun. I totally agree, Mastermind Killer. It's going to be a great pairing film with something like Piranha Double D or, yeah, even the first one. Like I would watch both of those back to back, I'd imagine. So don't go into it with high expectations. That Sounded Scary is asking if Terrifier 2 got nominated for an Oscar. So it did not, but they really did submit it for Oscar consideration, and I think that it should have been considered. I think it should have gotten nominated for at least effects. I mean, those are in my opinion, the very best like practical effects ever shot on film is Terrifier 2. Like The Thing, I was constantly saying, oh, The Thing, man, it's so good with its practical effects, and it is. Don't get me wrong. Oh my God, that's absolutely up there too. But they did shit in Terrifier 2 that I didn't think was possible. I can't believe that even happened. I can't believe they were able to do shit like that. It might be the very best practical effects I've ever seen on screen. So the fact that it didn't get nominated honestly makes me a little sad. Was it a little ridiculous to suggest that like it should have won Best Picture or something? Yeah, like a little ridiculous, sure, but should have gotten nominated for the effects at the very least. Sienna was amazing too. I think she killed it in that film, but I don't know. The Oscars are never going to look at something like that, which is such a shame. You know, it's not really a movie award if you're not going to look at everything, you know? So that's how I feel about it. But I haven't watched them in like 10 years. I don't plan on watching them anytime soon. So that's how I feel about it. If you're not going to recognize horror as movies, you know, then I don't know. Crazy to me. Sienna in Scream 7 would be nice. I agree. Man, Lauren Lavera in a Scream movie would be fun. That would be sick. I'm down for that. I'm trying to think who else I would want in Scream 7. Who's hot right now? Who's moving up? Who's moving up the the whole the fame train, as they say. Because I've always loved that these movies have like star-studded casts, you know? I love that we have a bunch of people in this film, for instance, who are like really big names right now in the horror scene. So that has me excited. It's always been that way with Scream, so I want to see some more big names come into this one. Maybe Mia Goth would be great. I don't know if she would be interested or not, but like all of the more like indie underground horror people would be really cool to see in a Scream film. I don't think it would, like I said, I don't know if that would happen. I don't know if they would be even interested. Like, a lot of people thought like someone just put Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know if she would be interested. Like, she has specifically talked about how she's gotten offers to do like bigger stuff, but she's just more interested in like the weirder little things. Like, she's like anything Robert Eggers touches, like she's said in interviews that she's like, I will be there. You know, like I will, oh my God, I want to, there was a joke she had about The Lighthouse. She's like, I know there's not a role for me in this, but like, can I do something? And Robert was like, there's nothing I could do. I'm sorry. Like, I would love to have you in this film. And I think she made the joke that she wanted to voice the seagull. Like, she wanted to make seagull noises, and that's Anya Taylor-Joy. It's like, what? That's so funny. But her commitment to indie horror is incredible. I love just about every role she's taken, even though I'm not like the biggest fan of like The Menu. I wasn't huge on The Menu. She was great in it. She, gave a great performance. I also loved her performance in Last Night in Soho, but also wasn't huge in on that movie, unfortunately. But she always kills it. She's always consistent, and that's the one thing I will absolutely give to her. Her performances are very consistent across the board, Everything I've seen her in, at least. Same with Mia Goth. I think she is consistently really good. I'm excited to go back and see some of the other weirder stuff she's done that I have unfortunately missed. But like her more recent stuff, everything has been a hit for me. Like Pearl, amazing. X, amazing. Infinity Pool, amazing. All three of those movies are like maybe some of my favorite horror films just from the 2020s so far, and they all have her in it. She kills it. I think that would be great. Brittany Snow is another great suggestion too. She would be awesome in a Scream movie. Oh my God, yeah. Not only is she great in X, but yeah, also the Prom Night. I'm not big on the Prom Night remake, but she's probably really good in that. It's been a long time since I've seen that, but I also really like Brittany Snow in the Pitch Perfect movies. Me and my buddy were just talking about those earlier today. And I don't know, I really like those movies. I think when I was a kid, I was like, oh, those are like girly movies or something. I won't like them. I watched them as an adult for the first time, and I was like, these are fucking hilarious. Why did I never watch these? So good. I love them. I love all three of them, honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I fuck with them. Give me some more Pitch Perfect movies. Shaggy IRL is here saying Stephen Ogg is the killer in Scream 7. That would be so fucking funny. I would be so down for that. Stephen Ogg was incredible in VHS 99, by the way. If you were like, I'm not really interested in the VHS franchise, watch Flying Lotus's skit, man. Oh my God. His shit in VHS 99 is so fucking funny. Oh, it's so good. Just 10 out of 10. His whole segment. Loved it. I'm seeing a lot of really good suggestions for killers and different characters. Elizabeth Olsen, that would be insane. Sadie Sink opening kill. Ooh, yeah, I really do like that. Dave Sheridan. Oh my God, that would be fucking hilarious. Actually, it should be a new Scream character. He has both the universes. He has Scary Movie and Scream. That would be really funny, actually. You think any of the characters from the Scream TV series could make the cut? Honest to God, I'm so sad that Keke Palmer is in that show because she would be so good as a character in just the regular movies. It's a shame. Like, it's honestly a shame because that season is just okay. It is very okay. And I don't know, it doesn't do anything more for me. But she is such a shining light. Like, she is the reason I watched more than 2 episodes of that season 3. Because yeah, I don't know, she stands out big time. She would be so good in a movie, one of these movies especially. So maybe she's like, with Scream being back, I'd love to be in a new movie. Hashtag put Keke Palmer in Scream 7. I want to start that. Get Keke in there. She's awesome. She's so underrated. Like, actually one of my favorite actresses in Hollywood right now. Dee Dee, who's got a whole sleeve. Holy shit, nice. Saying, Jake, quick question. Did you see how Chad, Tara, and Sam were being chased by Ghostface in a recent TV spot? Do you think Chad bites the dust? Ooh. Because we saw how distraught Tara is in the same scene. I don't know. Chad and Mindy are both very big wild cards for me. I'm not 100% on their fates in this film. They were set up enough in Scream 5 to like them and to feel sad when Chad almost bites it, but at the same time, you got Chad coming back at the end of 5. And now he's kind of the heart of the franchise. I think that if he does die, so to say, in this movie, I think he comes back at the end again. And it's totally going to be a rip on Dewey. Like it totally is. And it's going to be it's going to be a joke, if they do that. I do think that we will, that's your fake out death right there. That's going to be your, oh yeah. Oh man, Chad dies. And it's going to be in the same place, I think. It's going to be right at the start of the 3rd act. He dies and he comes back at the end. He's fine. And it's going to be ridiculous. And we're all going to be they're totally doing a Dewey here. But that's what's funny about it. They're kind of, poking fun at that aspect in the, of the past films. And I'm here for it. I think it's funny. So that's what I'm thinking at least. But I do think we will get a kill scene, so to say, with Chad. But I think he comes back. I think for sure he comes back. Yes! Put Keke Palmer in Scream 7! Let's go! Let's make it happen. Come on. Let's make it happen. Okay, wait, hang on. There's some shit happening right here. Austin Daniels is saying, honestly, the closer we get, I'm starting to believe Tara and Chad may not be officially dating, but they have something going on. And Brandon is saying, thief, bro. What? Brandon, did you say that? Because I don't see it, my dude. I'm not seeing it, Brandon. But it's really funny that I think it's really funny to say that, though. Be like, dude, I just said that. What the heck? Well, whoever said it, Brandon or Austin, are these two dating? You know, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't really like. I could care less about relationships. I will say this: if they're dating, I'm now suspicious of one of them, one or the other. That's the one angle to it I'm interested in. But if they're dating, okay, cool. Hell yeah. If it serves the script, let's see it. But I don't know. They're definitely very. I could see it happening. Chad is recently single. Tara's his friend. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on. They both survived trauma together. That's that brings people together a lot of the time. So I could see it happening. I'm not 100%. Regardless, though, I just think that's really funny that Brandon's like, bro, I just said that. I don't know. I just think that's really funny. But all the love to you guys. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Dell is saying they are working on Fear Street Part 4. Yes, and Chloe Okuno is fucking directing it, dude. So underrated. So underrated. Such an underrated director that is fortunately getting a lot of work, which is good. I loved Watcher from last year. That was great. She's responsible for Ratma, which I was just obsessed with for like an entire a year, pretty much. So Patty's Horror Channel is saying the new Scream 6 leak is a fake. I hope so. I hope it's not true. I don't know what it is. I'll say it again. I have yet to see it, but I hope it's fake. I hope it's fake because I see a lot of people really upset who have unfortunately gotten it spoiled. DD saying viewer non said no. Tara and Chad are currently not. Little romantic tension here. Maybe there's maybe they're like crossing fingers at some point. Oh, sorry, I just touched your hand. Oh no, it was my bad. Sorry. Now they're holding hands together. I don't know, DD. I don't know. I like that though. I like the little tease. You got to have that tension there. It keeps people interested, keeps people on board, as they say. Toby again throwing $2 in there. Thank you again, Toby. Saying, Jake, I wanted to say thanks for everything, man. Of course, dude. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a whole lot, Toby. So thank you. Thanks for hanging out in my live streams. Thanks for humoring me. I appreciate it. I'd be sitting here in my room doing this to myself, so. That sounded kind of gross. That's kind of a gross thing that I would say, but there we go. Blocking people who are trying to put spoilers in there. Just a reminder, you will get immediately blocked if you do that shit. Angela Bassett in 7. Ooh, okay. Okay, good idea. Angela Bassett in 7. Okay. I'm here for that. She's great, man. Killer actress. Very underrated, too. I can see that being the case. Edgerin Brown, I don't know if I thanked you or not this stream, but thanks for being a Killjoy cult member. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your support. I don't know if I said that or not, but I appreciate that a whole lot. What else do we got here, though? Jake's probably going to be wrapping up here soon because I am hungry. I have not eaten like all day pretty much, so I am so hungry. Trick or Treat was a killer movie. Ooh. Anna I don't know if I know that actress. Who is she in that movie? Because I love Trick or Treat, man. That's such a good. That's such. Oh. Okay, I know who this is. Cool. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Dude, yeah, killer movie, TJ. Oh, that's maybe my favorite anthology horror film like ever made. It's so good. So good. Ghostface, this one, the last things I'll comment on, saying thoughts on the theory that the Scream 6 spoiler leak is fake and purposefully done. I watched Faith Decided's new video and he makes some good points. I could see it happening. I'm definitely like, yeah, that could be the case. Without a doubt. I don't know. I'm not 100% one way or the other. But like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't know who it is. I don't know what's going on there. So either way, it could be the case. I talked a little bit about it in my video, just going off of like, there's a lot of stuff with Scream 2 that got leaked. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that was done on purpose to keep people talking, looking this way when they should have been looking that way. So yeah, it could be the case. You know, they had a way bigger budget with this movie, a lot more time to do shit. Yeah, I think for sure it could be fake. Could have been done on purpose. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of experience. They know this franchise a lot. I think it could have been done. But like I said, I haven't seen it. So what do I know? What do I know? Legion is coming in clutch with the $5 super chat too. Thank you so much, Legion. Saying my theory is that it could be a past Ghostface killer when he says, "I'm something different." But wouldn't that imply that he's not anything from the past? You know, I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like that kind of implies that this is somebody else, but I don't know. Once again, I don't know, Legion. I do think that this could be someone with experience who knows a little more, you know, about the other characters, about like the other past Ghostface killers. It could be like, I studied these killers for years and I know every mistake that they made. I'm not going to fall into the same pitfall, but then maybe they do. So I don't know. I really want it to be something different. I don't want it, like, if you're telling me it's something different and someone from the past, that's kind of disappointing to me. You know, I'm like, it's not really different. You know, it's kind of just the same thing again. So I don't know, just my thoughts on it, Legion, but I do really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's probably going to be something from the past, though. I mean, like, they've translated that so much. I've already talked about this before, but like, dude, this is totally already indicating that something from the past has come back up to come to haunt Sam Carpenter because everything leads back to her. It's gonna be something like that. Let's be honest. I'm already mentally preparing for that because I'm not a huge fan of it. Not really on the train of everything has to connect. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You don't have to connect everything to one thing to tell a good story. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do. Overall, I see a lot of people talking about the Demi Lovato track. I have always been a huge fan of Demi Lovato. I think she's so underrated. I don't know, like I hear a lot of like that genre of music, and I'm like, whatever. But Demi Lovato's music kicks ass in my mind. So I'm actually I love it too. I really like the song. I listened to it. I think it's really good. I don't know if Mike Shinoda, is that his last name? I don't know if that's it or not. But I can't wait to hear his song if that's not there or not. So that's not out yet. I have not been keeping up to date with the music all that much, but I did hear this track and it kicks ass. So yes, Demi Lovato, good stuff. Is she the one? Okay, I don't know if she does this song or not, but I actually have to check because if I play it, this video is going to get taken down. But I think she has this song. I'm pretty sure it's her. This song called Confident, that's like kick ass. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's one of the best, yes, it is Demi Lovato. That's one of the best fucking pop songs I've heard in a long time. I'm like, that was killer. The way that one's structured and all that, I don't know. I'm really weird with music, but when I hear something that's like structured really well, I'm like, yeah, okay, fuck yeah, dude. And that song structured a lot, structured really well in my opinion. DD is saying, Jake, when I tell you I was so motherfucking pissed off, like I ran out of eggs type pissed. What? That's so funny. Someone decided to spoil me on my IG post when I tell you I was livid. I can imagine. I'm pretty pissed off too. I see so many people trying to spoil it and I'm like, fuck you. Fuck all y'all. I always, I'm real good at reading shit though. That sounded really stupid, but I'm really good at knowing when someone's about to spoil something. Like typically someone say, Jake, the killer's in Scream 6. And I'm like, get the fuck out. No. None of that. I'm sure I blocked people who are not going to spoil the movie, but I'm not taking any chances. If you're don't fuck around, you know, don't fuck around or you'll find out. That's what I gotta say. So, but yeah. Okay. Jake's starting to say some out of pocket shit. So I need to go get some food and Start working on more shit because life is never-ending work until you die. There you go. Really pessimistic way to end the stream. We've been so positive. I need a counterbalance, you know. But all the love to you. Stay safe out there. Don't get yourself spoiled. Don't have it happen. Don't get the movie spoiled. Holy shit! Legion coming in with a $10 super chat last minute, saying in a Venom comic. Where is this going? Oh my God. The villain Scorpion becomes a different character villain and goes after Venom Eddie Brock and says, "You ruined me." So I feel like the Ghostface killer could be a past killer. Oh, but having a different motive. Okay, Legion. You know, I feel you. I'm like, that's probably, if they were to bring Stu back, that's what they would have to do. You know, like they would have to do something like that. It can't be the same. Oh, I got peer pressured by Billy again, you know, who's been dead this whole time. Nah, like they got to do something else. Yeah, no, I feel you there, Legion. I agree. It's got to be something like that. Yeah, I'm here for. I don't know. I just don't know what killer I would want to come back to have a new motive. You know, that's my one thing. I think Jill's a really interesting like candidate as well, but I just don't. There's no way she's alive. You know, if we did the whole 4, 5, and 6 thing where she lived through the end of 4 and then like told a whole new story moving forward about Jill. That cool. Yeah, let's do that. But the only person I could see like potentially being alive and coming into this one is like Richie and Amber because, well, the story hasn't really been continued yet. Key word. So I could see them coming back in this film, but I also don't see that being. I don't know. I'm open to it. I'm open-minded. That's what I'll say. I'm open-minded to it, Legion. I love it. Thank you for the $10 though. Thank you. Love it. All the love. Okay, everybody. Well, peace out. I'm gonna go eat some food, take a nap, get back to work. But I hope you all have a great Monday, great rest of your week. We got Cocaine Bear coming at the end of the week too. Don't miss it, and don't miss the review on Friday. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it on the stream Friday as well. But like I said, we're gonna do a little bracket stream this Friday, which is gonna be fun. So don't miss it. All the love to you guys. Peace out. Don't forget to kill it out there.